Ladies and gentlemen, take 277. My name is JCS, and this is the first episode of OCW. Yeah, sure. OCW Daily Suplex. Your one-stop shop for the current news in professional wrestling. I'm sorry I'm laughing. I don't know. I've been trying to do this for the past 15 minutes, and I'm trying to sound professional. I'm failing miserably. Anyway, just a quick precursor. Wrestling journalism is crazy. Sometimes it's accurate, sometimes it's inaccurate, most times it's inaccurate, and there's always a he said, she said between the marks and everybody. Me, I err more on the side of logic, and it is what it is. So as you can tell by the clickbait title, this is regarding CM Punk and ACH, aka the formerly known as Jordan Myles. But before that, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been liking, supporting, commenting on my WWE 2K20 rant videos and sharing them. I appreciate that very much. Thank you so much. Tell your friends. We're branching out into other, more than ranting, in addition to what we currently do, which is, wrestling video game content, competitive player versus player content, Fire Pro content, etc., etc. So we're branching out ourselves, and we're going to see what happens. But right now, it's the Daily Suplex. The first episode. I say the number one. Number one what? The first episode. And we got CM Punk. So you may have heard, you may have heard. You might not, but just in case you didn't, you may have heard that CM Punk made his WWE return to, the WWE by way of WWE Backstage, which is essentially a Fox Sports 1 recap show, they have a Sports Center, but for WWE for whatever reason. So that's the show. Now, we have this, and everybody goes crazy and retweeting and joking, making fun of AEW, and Seth Rollins, the nerd that he is, tweets that he wants to fight CM Punk. And here's the kicker: he did years ago, multiple times. Just in case you didn't know that, some wrestling fans seem to have selective memory, but just giving that information out to you in case you may have missed it. Bray Wyatt is tweeting. Everybody's having fun. Samoa Joe's face when he saw CM Punk come out, because he's also an analyst on Backstage. He looked very happy. CM Punk comes out. He says, "Just when you think you have all the answers, I changed the culture." I like that. That's a nice phrase, catchline. Change the culture. CM Punk shirt. You got that. Pro Wrestling Tees. That's for you, buddy. Enjoy that. So the internet's been a buzz and a lot of hullabaloo and all this, that, and the third. So here's my take. And again, narcissistic if you want to call it like that. But I'm just going to give you my take because, it's the internet. Everybody has a take. Everybody has an opinion. CM Punk CM Punk is going to be at Survivor Series, and he's going to fight Seth Rollins. And if you believe that, I have an island to sell you that is long and is adjacent to New York. Long Island, if you didn't get the joke. That's not the case. Here, look, let's break this down. Think of it this way. Actually, I saw a tweet regarding this, as a matter of fact. Somebody tweeted, and I wish I knew his name. CM Punk coming back to WWE Backstage is essentially Bret Hart coming back and hosting a show at WWF New York. Because that's the thing. It's not that he's coming back to the WWE. You have to remember that ever since the collaboration, is it a merger or collaboration? Ever since Fox purchased the rights to have SmackDown on their network, and they're collaborating or working with or partnered with the WWE, whatever you want to call it, there's also a Fox Sports entity side of the WWE machine at this point in time. So, folks are thinking that Hunter and Vince just sat down, let's get CM Punk because the ratings are down, brother, pal. It's in Fox court. And if you remember, a couple weeks ago, maybe a month and a half ago, it was rumored and mentioned that CM Punk more than likely would be an analyst for Fox Sports 1 for a WWE program. That's not to say that they ran, that the WWE ran to get CM Punk. It's basically Fox is like, hey, we got CM Punk for an analyst for Backstage. And it's like, okay, what are you going to do? You're going to fight? You in business, you can't really fight your partner like that, your brand new partner. If they're, if it's an equal business, it sounds, me explaining it sounds really stupid, so I apologize. But that's basically where it boils down to. It wasn't this grand scheme is basically, hey, we need an analyst, and here's a special analyst. And on top of that, it helps because last week Fox, the show Backstage only had about 50,000 viewers. That is, for television, that is really bad. That is really, really bad. For example, if, back in the 90s they had public access, and that alone, depending on the station, would reach upwards about 70,000 people in the area. So for a Fox Sports 1 show to get about less than 70,000, 50, to get anything under 100,000, 200,000 is really bad. So CM Punk brings much needed spike, if you will, to the ratings, because people love CM Punk, myself included. I'm a huge CM Punk fan. He was part of the reason that I began to enjoy wrestling again for WWE at the time, because, I was a lapsed fan. I kind of tuned out during heroic Mega Cena era, and then the Summer of Punk thing was kind of on the precipice, and I got sucked back into it for the next couple of years. And thanks to CM Punk, a lot of things changed. But that's not the point. The point is that if you think that CM Punk is going to be in a WWE ring anytime soon, it's not going to happen. It's just not the case. And as a matter of fact, if you read between the lines, it says it quite clearly that CM Punk is actually there as a special analyst. He's not going to be used every day. He's going to be used sparingly and sporadically, maybe to move the needle. And think of it also this way. CM Punk is a very opinionated person. He's not going to be someone who will toe the company line. Depending on who you ask, WWE, if you're not really talking about NXT, WWE is doing not great. Like, just a lot of if depending on who you ask, because rose-colored glasses for a lot of people. Like me personally, I got no dog in the fight. I don't watch Raw, only on occasion for a very good friend. He knows who he is. A very good friend who was destroyed. But other than that, I'll catch the recaps on Reddit or something. Don't really watch SmackDown. I did watch the Invasion episode, which I enjoyed greatly, but the following week, back to the status quo. It is what it is. I'm not. And then NXT, I only watch the takeovers. That's me, and that's a majority of the fans. If you look at the ratings, look at the ratings. The ratings tell you all you need to know. When I was a big fan of professional wrestling, something that the ratings that we get now would be considered a death knell. Now, I'm not saying that the ratings are the be all end all, because they're not. Especially in 2019, you have streaming services, you have multiple platforms. People get their wrestling from everywhere, not just the television. So please don't misconstrue that idea. But the bottom line is to circle back. CM Punk is going to be used sporadically, and CM Punk is not going to toe that line. He's going to call bullshit like he sees it. And what's going to happen is, I can already see it now. He'll call bullshit on something, then maybe Booker T will be like, hey, and, maybe they'll go back and forth a little bit. Maybe Paige will throw some little snarky comment. Don't be surprised if you see a moment where CM Punk has an opinion on something, Samoa Joe has the opposite opinion on it, and they both kind of go into a stare down. Ooh. Remember, they used to be thick as thieves in Ring of Honor, but yeah. That's the most you're going to get, if anything. If you even do, which I doubt, but I'm saying don't be surprised if you see that. So, my people are saying, oh, he's gonna wind up being at the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania. He's gonna fight Adam Cole. Like, just stop, y'all. Like, relax. And then folks making fun of AEW, like, oh, what's gonna happen now with AEW? Nothing. This is what people don't understand. And again, I'm going to go on a bit of a tangent real quick. AEW is not competition for the WWE. The WWE has Saudi money. The WWE has Fox money. The WWE is worth, I think, billions now. Think of it this way. In the 90s, a really good contract for like Ric Flair had about $450,000. Nowadays, a lot of talent get that and then some, like low-level talent. Just not a level talent. That's a really shitty thing to say, but, mid-level talent usually gets that, something along those lines, depending. I could be wrong. I'm not an expert. I'm just saying, when you look at things that, the professionals like Meltzer and Co. post, it leads you to get these assumptions. Basically, the WWE is not hurting for money. The WWE is printing money. The WWE has revenue streams, streaming platforms, merchandising, advertising. They're printing money. There's nothing on earth that's going to stop the WWE. International markets. No one in their right mind is saying that AEW is going to hurt the WWE. It's not. It isn't. What it is just an alternative for a wrestling fan, the lapsed wrestling fan like myself and many others to go back to. So for people to say that dumb shit, it's baffling. It's baffling to me. That's the nature of wrestling fans. And another quick rant on wrestling fans. Even as myself as a wrestling fan, a lot of us are really just not good people, man. There's a lot of cool, normal wrestling fans, but there's a whole lot of take a dump in their chair and don't stand up to watch the rest of the show fans. You know who you are. Wipe your ass and go away. Stop it. But anyway, back to the next topic. ACH, aka the formerly known as Jordan Myles, has left the WWE. Basically, he quit in via a tweet. And I'm gonna be honest with you. The Jordan Myles situation is touchy because initially it was over a t-shirt, a merchandise t-shirt, and chalk it up to, I don't know, misunderstandings, chalk it up to miscommunication. I'm aware miscommunication happens, but basically it's a he said, she said stuff. Bottom line is the shirt was really suspect. And by suspect, I mean it was that, I'm going to say it was racist. It's basically a smile, to mimic, not like, what the hell are they trying to mimic? You know what I'm saying? Like, the old time racist nonsense, but they would have like the smiling black man with the teeth and the red like lipstick. I don't know what it's called. It was called blackface, but they had another name for it. The nonsense, that garbage. So the shirt was very reminiscent of that, and that was the point of that is basically that you have people in higher up positions that kind of don't know about the culture, and that doesn't help. So long story short, this turned into a big thing, and rightfully so. But ACH kind of had the high ground, and then he just kind of got on the soapbox, and then he progressively just kind of dug a hole. In my opinion, I could be wrong, but I'm just watching it, and he's naming Booker T and Cedric Alexander and Kofi Kingston, and then he makes the mistake of talking, making fun of Jay Lethal, who is greatly respected by a lot of people, and I'm assuming that him and Jay Lethal have some kind of history. But Jay broke his arm. He ain't bothering nobody. He just gets called out by ACH, and then there's an apology video. There's people coming up and saying, nah, Booker T's telling him to fall back. This reminded me a lot of like wrestling Juicy Smollett, basically. This is the whole where my man's quoting Tupac and also the horse shit. I don't know, man. I'm not gonna say that he's wrong because he makes a lot of good points. And let's not kid ourselves with the WWE. The WWE has been suspect for a long time with little things. And don't go running. Oh, but what about Kofi Kingston? I don't give a fuck, bro. Let's be honest. Let's call it like we sees it. It's not perfect, and we know it's not perfect. If you think it is perfect, then you have a certain set of perceptions and glasses, and you might not be looking. But there's been things, and you can go through, the litany of wrestlers past and present. Well, not the present, because present's not going to say anything. They're not going to rock they're not going to rock the boat per se. But look at two wrestlers from the past. Look at that things that Savio Vega said. Look at that things that Ricardo Rodriguez said. Look at that things. Look what happened to Alberto Del Rio. Some of you, I'm sure a lot of you forgot, but basically someone said some really, really suspect shit to Alberto because of his Mexican heritage. And Alberto proceeded to slap the fuck out of this guy. And Alberto wound up, I think, getting fired or losing the job. Something happened to Alberto. Something bad. I think he lost his job or he got fired. Lost his job and got fired. It's the same shit. Sorry. I think that's what happened, basically. And I cursed. Can't really curse on YouTube. Great. But, yeah. So, let's not kid ourselves, all right? Let's not pretend that's all sunshines and rainbows, because it ain't. But the bottom line is there's a whole lot of gray to this. And My man decided to quit, and he said, "You don't ever call him Jordan Myles." And he didn't update his. I hope by the time I'm saying this, I don't think his Twitter has been updated because it still says "Go Jordan Myles." His Twitter header is still an NXT thing. You got to fix it, bro. But I don't know. That video just seemed it didn't seem healthy. And I'm not an expert. I'm just saying my perspective on things. And yeah, so we'll see what happens. If you wanna, my bet is basically that he'll wind up because he's not gonna be in Ring of Honor. That's a definite. WWE's not gonna hire him. Any WWE affiliated organization, which is quite a few, are not gonna take him. There'll be independent promotion. I'm sure there might be a spot for him in House of Glory if he wants to do that. There is zero chance of AEW. I'm just gonna call that right now, just because I don't know. When you think about it, this dude seems like he might be a stirrer, if you will. So I think where he will land, more than likely, is MLW, for the simple fact that I don't know what it is, but Court Bauer manages to just it's like the island of misfit toys. Like every troubled, problematic, difficult to work with athlete is in MLW, and they're doing just fine. So a testament to Court Bauer and the team over there at MLW that just has that way with those type of people. So it's good. It's a good promotion. I like it. I wish I could watch more of it, but time is of the essence. So that's going to do it with my Daily Suplex. And hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to subscribe. If you didn't, or even if you, and leave a comment. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What do you want us to talk about in the future? What ideas do you have to make the Daily Suplex better? I'm all ears, man, because I'm out here trying. So you let me know. And if you hated it, fuck it. Let me know too. It stinks and I don't like it. Put it in the comments. Tell me why. So that's going to do it for me. The first episode of the Daily Suplex. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like or dislike, whatever you want to do. Retweet and all that other nonsense. And I'm done pandering. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night. We will see you the next time on the Daily Suplex. Cue the music now, bitch.